Since 1999, Networks Theatre has been a home to English-speaking theatre in Orihuela, Spain. The theatre, founded by Nick Moore, has presented over 110 shows. From children's shows through to plays, musicals, theatre and education, and our proud history of 18 specially written pantomimes. Pull up a chair and join us as we meet another of our wonderful company in Networks Theatre, Conversations with. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Networks Conversations with. This is our chance to catch up with many of the great actors and actresses that we've had through the doors of Networks Theatre over our 23-year history. And today, we're going back to almost the beginning. Our second shows in December 1999 featured a very young, I hear you cry, María Gómez. And now here she is speaking to us from Murcia.
Yeah, hi everyone. Here I am in Murcia, yes.
Maria, we always start off with a little bit of a catch up. What have you been doing since you left school or since you left Orihuela?
Right, so I had my degree for being a teacher, a primary teacher. And I finished my studies at 2011 and I started working as a teacher, and that's what I've been doing since then.
Have you always been in the same school?
No. I've been in 4 different schools. If memory serves me right. Yeah, 4 different ones.
Okay.
And yeah, currently I'm at Fernando de Loaces School there in Orihuela.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we both have the same. We share common students, don't we?
Yeah.
A lot of the kids who do our theatre course will also be there with you. Do you find that do you carry anything from the theatre into your teaching?
Yeah, sure. And from the theatre, I'm from the academy in the end, because the methodology there is unique. I think it's very different from the way we were taught as kids. So, as a teacher, I find that very unusual, because to me, the way we do things at Networks just seems so obvious. Yeah, I think that's what's coming in the future and what the current teacher generations are doing at school, but it's not the way we were taught when we were kids. So I wanted to be a teacher because I remember thinking, well, I want to teach my students the way Networks has taught me as a student. And I want to, because all of my other classmates, they hated English. They hated the subject. They didn't learn. We didn't learn at school. That's the truth. So
is there flexibility in your current way of teaching to include different methodology?
Yeah, sure. I can do whatever I want in my classes. That's the truth. Yeah, I'm very lucky. That depends on the school also.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's great to hear. Hopefully the kids will have a great time learning English.
Hopefully, yeah.
It'll be a positive experience for you, which is basically what the theatre's all been about over the years. people participating in the theatre having a positive experience with English. So let's talk about Networks Theatre.
Okay.
December 1999 was your first show.
Yeah, it was.
How did you hear about the theatre, and who was your first teacher at Networks?
My very first teacher was Dennis Malone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was 6 years old, I think, when I first joined the academy, and teacher Malone was my teacher for 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was with Ken.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I remember Ken saying, "There's this theater course coming," and Nick asked me if any of you would like to join the group, and I didn't think it twice. I just went, me.
Oh,
I don't know.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 1990, of course, it's rude to ask a lady's age, but roughly in 1999, how old would you have been?
I was 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yeah.
And they were called the Millennium Shows, weren't they?
Yeah.
You may not remember, but the world was like in fear that everything was going to stop in December 1999 because of computers rebelling against the Millennium Bug. And they were called the Millennium Shows. What do you remember about them?
I remember a lot of things, actually. I remember the songs. I remember the lyrics. Yeah.
Give us an
I
example.
do. Sorry?
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, I think this was the first song from the show, and it was, "Hello, sunny Orihuela. It is such a wonderful day.
Oh,
Hello,
wow.
sunny Orihuela."
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
And there was a song about the millennium, actually. So here it is, millennium. Yeah.
Oh.
Lion King.
Yeah,
Thing.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Rewritten by Nick Moore to get the word millennium in. Okay, yeah. Okay. Wow, I'd forgotten about that. I've got the VHS tape somewhere, but I don't.
Me too, somewhere. Yeah, I do remember all the songs, all the lyrics from all the shows. I think I don't know why it just stuck there.
Well, you do have a good memory, but it's also because it's a fun way to learn. It's people do remember the songs. I mean, I don't. I've in my old age now. I've forgotten. Okay, Millennium Shows, and now Millennium Shows. There were 3 groups. And out of my locura, out of my madness,
that was crazy.
I decided to do Cinderella with 2 groups and Beauty and the Beast with a 3rd group. Now, I learned a massive lesson then that you do 3 identical shows because it was so stressful. Were you in a Cinderella group or a Beauty and the Beast group?
Beauty and the Beast group.
Okay, okay. And that had Teresa as the central character. Teresa, and she had the glow-in-the-dark Beauty and the Beast that Dennis had made me, that I brought over. Dennis Carpenter had designed that.
Yeah, I do remember. It
glowed in the dark.
Yeah.
About the most sophisticated thing.
Yeah, I do remember that.
On stage. We also had, he made me a Titanic, a model of a Titanic, and I had another kid with an iceberg on her head, and behind a piece of blue cloth, and they singing to Bee Gees' Tragedy. Dum, dum,
yeah, that's true.
The Titanic would go down, because at the time, I'm always one for zeitgeist. At the time, the Titanic film was massively popular.
Lots of crazy thing happens in that show.
Yes, yeah. Okay, good. So that was the Millennium Shows. Afterwards, it was another year before the next theatre course, and that was Robin Hood.
Yeah, I was there in Robin Hood.
I think you were Marion.
I was, yes.
Okay. Now, this was a time when we had what always used to be, Group A was El Carmen.
Yeah, that was me.
12 o'clock, Group A was El Carmen. And yeah, there were nice times. Really, really nice times, because the Carmen students were really positive, and they came in with such hunger to learn, and it was a lovely time.
Yeah, I think that's my generation. I was in different groups with different people along the years, and I always found it to be, it was a great atmosphere. We were like family.
Were you with Ventura? Was he part
Yeah.
of your group?
Yeah, I was with him for Bamboo Princess.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he was the king, was he?
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ventura Bernabeu, is that his name?
I don't know. I can't remember the surname, but
Lovely,
it was
lovely,
Ventura
lovely
for
boy.
sure. Yeah.
Really, yeah. Okay, so Robin Hood, what do you remember?
One of my favorites for sure.
really?
Robin Hood. Yeah.
Okay, you were 10 years old and it's one of your favorites. That's great.
Yes, it is. Robin Hood's 1 and 2. I think they were great. I think they were
Okay, hang on.
amazing,
No,
yeah.
we're talking at cross purposes here. I'm talking about the theatre course when you first were marrying.
Yeah, sure. That was the first
You were in a
Robin Hood.
white
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah. That was the
with a
first
love
one.
heart on, weren't you?
Yeah, sure.
We'll get to the Robin Hoods later because you participated in those.
You have been sent to follow me. No. Yes. Maybe. I think they are Agosto. Oh dear, are you alright? No, I need an ambulance. You went the wrong way. The drive ever so fast. But I hurt my leg. There will better room for you. Back on. Hi guys. Hi Mario. I wish I knew where Robin was. He normally hides around here somewhere.
What other kind of memorable theatre courses do you remember?
I remember Kindertransport, the first Kindertransport, who was also a very touching play, very moving play.
Yeah.
Very different thing to perform. I remember Bamboo Princess.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's. Kindertransport was the older group, and the Bamboo Princess was the younger group. And I think you played the Bamboo Princess.
Yeah, I did.
And this, of course, all of this was in our old theatre. This is before 2012 in the smaller venue, which is pretty close to where you lived in Orihuela, wasn't it?
Yeah, I live near the train station. Yeah, so
yeah, absolutely, not very far to come to rehearsals. So, Kindertransport, you appeared in that with your brother Lewis, and what do you remember of doing Kindertransport?
Well, we played brother and sister in the show, and I remember it was the first show for me that really felt like, wow, we're doing something amazing here. We're telling stories, and that show was very moving. I remember we watched it in the theater, the VHS of, or you showed us a projection or something about people who survived wearing those Kindertransports, and they were telling their story, and I was shocked. We all were very involved in that play because we were telling true stories. We were sharing someone else's memories.
Yeah,
really.
Kindertransport was based a third of it on a documentary, a third of it on a testament that I found on the internet, and then a third of it as well was just kind of created from my imagination. But I don't think people necessarily consider Kindertransport or the Kindertransports to be part of the Holocaust story. But of course it was. It wasn't just families being taken away to concentration or work camps. It was children being separated from their parents, being sent to safety. And in many cases, the parents hoped they would see the children again, but in reality, knowing that they probably never would. These Kindertransport children ended up in Canada, America, Scotland, Wales, England, all over the place because they needed a place of safety. I'm proud of many, many shows across the years, but one of them that for me that really works is Kindertransport.
Yeah, I remember one particular scene who was played by Marta Vegara at that time. And it was like she was he was looking down and saying, look at the ground, hold my mother's hand, look at the ground, don't cry, don't run, look at the ground. And then those shoots like boom, 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 boom.
The gunshots,
The gunshots, absolutely. I think that was very touching.
The temptation when you work with a youth theatre is to avoid any tricky subjects and just do the kind of glossy musicals, and because everybody loves the happy musicals. But I think theatre has got such an important part to play in telling stories. We've performed Kindertransport 3 times, and you were almost in it 3 times.
Yeah,
you did.
almost.
You did the first one. I'm just looking at the dates now. In April 2006.
Yeah,
you then did the second one in November 2011. And then we were doing the show again, and I'm looking here from my list, May 2019, you came back and started doing the rehearsals, but what happened?
Well, sadly, I got sick and I had to go to the hospital for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't do the show in the end.
Yeah, so you made the decision that you weren't able to participate.
No, because I weren't able to give my 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Sometimes these decisions need to be made.
Yeah, I'm getting old, Nick,
Oh, love, bless. Chairlift for Miss Gómez, please. Okay. All right, good. So, pantomimes. Have you been in any of our pantomimes?
Yeah, my first pantomime was Beauty and the Beast.
Are we talking Reknad?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, if anybody's watched any of our previous episodes, episode number 3 is Marta Vergara, and she talks about a special friendship that several of our dancers had together with a secret name, Reknad, which is dancer backwards.
Yeah.
And, so tell us.
Supposed to be secret.
I know. I'm sorry. It's now all across YouTube. Tell us about the experience of making friends through networks.
Well, I think that's one of the greatest experiences networks theatre has given us, all the generations, actually. Some of my best friends nowadays are from networks.
Yeah.
Reknad group is they're my sisters now. They're not friends anymore. I
have to ask, have you got a Reknad WhatsApp group?
Yeah, we do.
Of course you do, yeah. Why am I not in it? Don't put me in it. No,
you can join us if you want.
No. Okay. So yeah, how did you find the experience of performing in a pantomime?
Well, it was great fun performing in pantomimes. It's a completely different genre from the other shows we've had the opportunity to perform, and it's very funny. It's just a typical English theater, a show where the main role needs to be played by a man dressed up as a woman.
Yeah, the dame part.
The dame part, yeah.
They're kind of traditional fairy tales, aren't they?
Yeah, they're based on traditional fairy tales. Yeah, sure. Okay. And it's a family show. It's for a family. It's for all the family members.
Yeah. How many shows have you done across the years?
Around 20.
Okay, it seems even more because you've just been part of the furniture for so long. I'm looking down the list here of shows, and I've gone to the Kindertransports, and you participated in Simply Knowing You.
Yeah, now, I did.
This was when our teacher
Millie.
I was trying to think of her surname. Yeah, when
Milla
Wilcox. That's it. When Milla Wilcox joined, and she had a strong theatre background and also choreography background. She was only with us for a short period of time, but she wrote a play, Simply Knowing You. What was that play all about?
Okay, it was about there was a small cast.
Yeah,
we were
you,
Pedro Murcia, Marta Vergara.
And Marta. I could have spoken to Marta about that, actually.
Yeah. Roberto, Marta, Pedro, and myself.
What was the story?
It was a love triangle, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was this girl who was in love with her sister's fiancé. She was dating another man, but she wasn't really happy. and it's a love story with we had live music there. Joe Papangelo was on the guitar.
Joey P was playing her guitar. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't it great what we can do? So what was it like being part of a play where there was just 4 characters?
It was great. Again, I've known these 3 people since we started, since I know many years ago. So it was like family. And Mila created a great atmosphere there. And we were having, in the end, we were just friends gathering together and having fun on stage.
It was a great play. I saw it several times, of course. And I really, it wasn't a moment where I sat down and thought, oh, here we go, got to watch the play again. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the songs. I love the acting. I love the music. And Ollie's going to make another appearance.
Hello, Ollie.
He comes up for a cuddle.
Such a good boy.
He goes, who are you talking to? Anyway, it's a podcast, not a dogcast. Okay. Did you ever perform in Ugly?
Yes, I've been in Ugly 3 times, I think.
No me digas.
Creo que sí.
No me digas. 3 times?
For the same role.
No, really?
Yeah. For
what role was that?
The dead mama. Oh my God, Nikito.
God, you're absolutely right. I almost swore then, because I was trying to picture you as a chick when you were younger and a cat when you were older.
No.
The dead mama, of course. And we get to sing that great song
together. Yes.
Yeah.
That was it. I was in the play for 3 minutes.
Yeah, but what a nice surprise. Yeah. I do remember the second time Ollie, you have to go now. I do remember the second time we did it, and Hector Calero was the ugly duckling. And I remember in the middle of the song looking about the 3rd line, and Hector's mum was sitting there,
Anna,
and the tears were just coming down her face. And I thought, yes, we've done it, You know, that's what it's all about. Moving people. Theatre can move you. Okay. Later, because you went to, as what often happens, you're here with us when you're a child, and then maybe a teenager. Then you go away to university. There's a bit of a break, isn't there?
Yeah.
When you came back after that break, was it for Ugly? Is that what
Yeah, I think it was. And then following that, it was this Inez's and Danny's play, Last Hope.
Last Hope. Was it? So February 2015, Last Hope. Now, Mickey Michael Jackson, his Conversations With is coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And he said that was his favorite ever show.
Was it?
Networks. And I went, oh, were you in it? He said, no, to watch it. Tell us briefly what Last Hope was about.
Well, it was about this boy who happened to have cancer.
Yeah.
And his world turned upside down. All his family was devastated. His friends were devastated. And he was the one cheering up everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
The central character was played by Jose Angel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what was your character's relationship to his character?
I was his sister. Yes, Jose Angel's sister. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was directed by Ines and Daniel.
Yeah.
It was a very moving show as well.
We have jumped the Robin Hoods. There's so much to talk about. Robin Hood and the Silver Disc. There was a part 1 and there was a part 2. Las segundas partes no son buenas, as they say.
Oh, that one was great. Second part there was amazing.
Yeah, but everyone's saying to me, oh, sequels are never any good. I loved it.
It was.
Yeah. What do you
remember? I loved it.
Were you part of the Merry Men, of course, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was one of the Marriottes. Yes.
The Marriottes, as they were called. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Ana Benito was Maid Marion.
Okay. Yeah. And Maria Gómez was brilliant. Not Maria Gómez. Maria Ortiz was brilliant in it as well. I remember. And
Yeah.
Robin Hood, the first time was
David
David Verdeco and Pedro Murcia.
was the Prince John. Pedro
Prince
Murcia was
John,
Prince
yeah.
John. Yes.
It's
And-
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's always great. The atmosphere there was amazing. The songs were, I mean, ABBA songs. Who wouldn't like to hear, to watch a theater or a show with ABBA songs in it? It was great. We had a great time. And it was all, again, in the end, we were just friends having time together and being on stage, singing, dancing.
Absolutely.
Great times, yes.
Were you in a Game of Love?
Yeah, I was.
You have been in so many of our kind of other projects.
Yeah.
Simply Knowing You, Game of Love,
Last Hope, yeah.
Last Hope.
Yeah, I was
Incredible.
in it. Yeah, Game of Love directed by Joe
Yeah.
P.
Oh, that's great, because no one's ever mentioned Game of Love so far. So what do you remember about that?
Okay, so this show was about a group of friends who were like very close to each other until they start university and they kind of grow apart. And this was this love triangle as well. With a girl was in love with her best friends, who was in love with another girl. And then my character was like the good conscious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And David Parejo played the
You were kind of like little devils on the
the devil and the angel there.
Yeah,
and we would speak
good ideas, bad ideas.
Yeah,
which was a very nice, theatrically a really, really nice idea. Again,
and everything was played around a chessboard game.
Chessboard, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry, we have to stop. And now jumping up is Gemma. So this is
Hi,
Gemma's
Gemma.
first appearance on the YouTube
Hi.
program. Hello, Gemma.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, tell us about Game of Love. Tell us about Game of Love.
Yeah, Game of Love was about a group of friends who were inseparable till they got to university. So they kind of stopped their relationship. And this girl, it was about a love triangle as well. This girl was in love with one of her best friends, who was in love at the same time with another girl who was part of the group as well. So she didn't really want to tell him how she felt, because that would have ruined the friendship.
Okay.
And
written and directed by Joe again, wasn't it?
Yeah, by Joe P. Yes.
Yeah, no, it was a very, very nice piece of theatre. I enjoyed it. So all these extra projects you've done, Simply Knowing You, Game of Love, Last Hope, you've been in pantomimes, you've been in comedy musicals. Which for you, if you could choose one to be in, a play, a comedy, or a pantomime, a comedy musical or pantomime, what would you choose?
Oh, that's such a hard question.
Well,
I don't know. I think I'd go for the comedy musicals, I think.
okay, what's been your kind of favorite across the years?
Robin Hood.
Yeah, that's it, without doubt, no?
Yeah, Robin Hood, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed Truth and Dare also. That was one of our last productions. Kindertransport was great for me as well.
I find with so many of these interviews that we get to the end and we disconnect, and when we're saying goodbye, I go, we didn't mention Padum Bum Bum. Again, it's almost impossible to mention all 20 shows, but tell us about Truth and Dare.
Truth and Dare was very challenging for me. It was a play directed by Ines and Joe. And it was about two girls that fell in love.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and one of them was hesitant because she felt it was not the right thing to do. So it's about this journey where she had to fight against her demons, actually, her own demons.
Yeah.
Yes. Do I go for what I want, or do I go for what I think is best and it's more appropriate for my family? Or and it was a moving play as well. It was very different thing to do at networks. It was very challenging in the end.
I played your father, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And I remember that I only had 2 or 3 scenes in it, but I remember one of the scenes was, you know, no daughter of mine will be gay or lesbian. And for me, I had to tense up beforehand, because if I'd let my emotions go, I would have sympathized with your character. And I couldn't do that because I had to be, you know, the baddie.
It was a great show. We had live music there as well.
Oh, isn't it always?
We had drums. We had
Isn't
we have
it
the
always
piano.
great when you can have live music in a play?
I think we're very lucky to have this in Orihuela.
Yeah,
we're very lucky to have Networks Theatre in Orihuela. I don't know any other city with 8,000 inhabitants with such a great with
I don't know.
Yeah, we've run out of fingers. Yeah, with such an amazing thing, such a great opportunity for kids, for young students, for adults, for me as an adult to be able to be part of this. I think we're very, very lucky.
No, it's great. It's kind of the stars were aligning, weren't they? When it all kind of Okay, good. So, Maria, we're going to finish with 2 minutes of different questions, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Let me get my papelito and let me put the timer on. Otherwise, I end up going on for about 10 bloody minutes. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Maria, name a color that you don't like.
Black.
Why don't you like it?
Just, I think it's sad.
Okay. What food would you take on a trip to the moon?
Pizza.
Pizza. What topping?
Pineapple. No, joking. No, ham and
Thanks
cheese.
for watching, everybody. That's the end of the year. You know I like pineapple on
I
a
know.
What topping would you put on?
Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese, of course. Yeah. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay. And you've got a dog, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Give her a shout out. What's his name?
Curro.
Curro. Voy al curro. Okay. Would you like a small part in a pantomime or a big part in a play?
A small part in a pantomime.
Okay, all right. Do you think you could ride a cow?
No, I don't.
Okay. What part would you give your mum in a pantomime?
Dancer.
A dancer. She'd like that, would she? Okay.
No, she wouldn't. But I think she'd enjoy it in the end.
She's a bit shy, isn't she?
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Oh.
I kind of do. Yeah.
Tell us more.
I think I faced myself and in some, I don't know, some moments that things happened that I couldn't really explain, or some feelings or sensations I couldn't really explain. So I think maybe not ghost, but there's something there.
Oh, okay. How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Not many, maybe 5, 6.
Oh, economic. What's the best city in the world?
Edinburgh.
Oh, I knew. Yes, beautiful city. What book would you recommend?
Book. I've just finished reading from Javier. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name also. Okay, I'll go for Harry Potter.
We like.
That's
Harry
always
Potter.
a must. Harry Potter.
Yeah, absolutely. Final question: if you could time travel, where would you go?
Oh, I'll go back to the 90s.
What would you do there? What would you do?
I'll go through all Networks Theatre show again. I think that's the best thing to do.
You very kindly sent a video the other day of all of your scripts that you've got all together in one folder.
Yeah, I get them, yeah.
Trip down memory lane for us it was, and Ines will include that little video here or somewhere in today's interview.
Okay.
Maria Gómez, thank you so much for giving up your time to be with us on Networks Conversations with. And before we go, the video that we record, of course, is pretty timeless, but you are actually currently rehearsing a play that is going to be presented in March 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell us just a little bit about that?
Sure. It's called The Show Must Go On, and it's directed by Ines.
Yeah.
And it's about this theatre company who wants to present their big show because they need it. They're bankrupt in some way. So yeah, they have this final chance, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they don't have enough actors, they don't have enough money, and it's a comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a comedy, yes.
Yeah, and that's going to be on in the month of March 2022. So
10th, 11th, and 12th of March.
That's great. It's called The Show Must Go On.
Yeah.
And tickets are available at our website, networkstheatre.com. Again, thank you so much for participating, and I'll see you at rehearsal next week. Okay.
My pleasure. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Maria. Bye-bye. There we go, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. That was Networks Theatre Conversations with, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.